Welcome to the Project Achilles. Today we are discussing tactics and self-defense, and we are studying this case of a clerk who used his gun to stop and control a robber in his store. So what are the lessons learned from this case? So the first key takeaway is the situational awareness of the clerk. It's perfect, and if you're familiar with the color codes of situational awareness, a shop could be classified as yellow. This means that there are no identified threats, but you must stay alert and continuously assess your environment for potential dangers because you are in a crowded area and people are coming back. In this case, the robber is wearing a mask, a cap, he's carrying a backpack, and he's holding something in his hand, and the clerk quickly identified this as red flags and is reacting immediately, and he's reaching for his gun right away. The second lesson is the clerk's excellent holstering technique and fast reaction time. So you can see that he's carrying on the side, a bit behind the hip, which is a great thing, and he's training. It's obvious. He's instinctively reaching for his gun with no hesitation. He's finding it immediately, and within 3 seconds, he had the robber in control. And you can also notice his tactical movement because he's pushing a stool away with his foot while he's reaching for the gun, for creating space for a better mobility, and it's another sign of well-practiced skill. The third lesson is the clerk's emotional control. You can see that he's staying calm throughout the situation. He's talking to the robber. He's holding him at gunpoint, and he's trying to keep the situation under control and not escalate it. And he's preparing his move because he wants to get closer to the robber to search him. He wants to ensure that there is no potential dangerous object or any other weapon. So it's interesting to see how he's maintaining eye contact with the attacker and commanding him to kneel while he's moving and constantly assessing his environment. You can see him avoiding the stool and then continuing moving. And when he's reaching the counter, he's starting to open an angle because he wants to position himself strategically to gain a wider view and maintain a better control from afar and a safer position and a safer distance. And then you can see how he's commanding the robber to finally lay down and to put his hands on his head before to get closer and start his search. So he has a complete control of the situation from his position right now. He is in a safe position and he can move forward, which is actually a very good tactical move. So the first lesson would be the breaking contact and the search. And so you can see that the clerk begins by clearing the robber's backpack, and then he's pushing away a plastic bag and an object that falls from the plastic bag or the backpack. The object might be a weapon, a knife, but we're not sure of that as well. So he should have started by clearing the immediate danger, moving away the plastic bag and the object, and then search the backpack, because the backpack is not really the most important thing right now, because the attacker is laying down, face on the ground, with the hand on the head, so he cannot reach out to his backpack right now. So the immediate danger is anything that he could grab right next to his hand. And also you can see that he's not searching the attacker, so he doesn't know if he has a weapon in his pocket, a knife or anything before he's backing up. And the good thing, however, then being said, is that when he's backing up, he's keeping eye contact with the attacker on the ground and he's maintaining his gun pointed at the attacker. So the fact that he's taking distance is a good thing because he's controlling from afar. So he has a better reaction time if anything is happening. And if he wants to call the police, or maybe he wants to get closer to the door to call some help, he still have enough time to react depending on the action or potential reaction of the attacker who is on the ground. The fifth lesson would be the emotional control and no lethal force. So finally, his emotional mastery shines as he controls the entire situation without firing a single shot. His calm demeanor and tactical approach allowed him to maintain the control without escalating the violence, which is great. And only training can lead you to get such a control, such skill, such mastery in handling your gun, handling your emotion. So everybody should be trained, especially if you're a gun owner and you can face a situation like this, because training, emotional mastery will always make a difference in these types of situation. Follow Project Achilles for more self-defense content and stay tuned for the next video.